liberty, and justice for all.
Thank you. All right. Okay, so we have the resolution here authorizing CBS Studios to conduct filming activities in the village of Suffern, October 15th to October 19th, 2018. Board of Suffern Trustees hereby approves the permit to CBS Studios Film Instinct Season 2 with film activities taking place in the Central Business District and Oliver Street, Monday, October 15th, 2018 through Friday, October 19th, between the hours of 6 a.m. and 12 p.m. Be it further resolved, the Deputy Village Clerk Treasurer is authorized to sign the permit application authorizing CBS Studios to conduct film activities. The board specifically grants an extension on time limitation as noted in 76-4, Rules and Regulations, Section F of the Local Law 4 of 2017. Be it further resolved, the approval of this permit is subject to the submission of all required documentations and review of the same by the Village of Suffern attorney and payment of fees, all is provided in Local Law 4 of 2017. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Have a second?
Second.
Do you have any discussion on this?
Yes, did the attorney, you reviewed everything already, everything in order?
I reviewed the insurance certificate and the permit. I'm not aware, I don't think we'll get the fees until after they're done with, so that we're able to calculate the actual amount of time, which serves as the basis of a majority of the fees. Did we get
Yeah.
any of the original?
I'll answer for that if that's okay. An invoice went in on Saturday, and the invoice that went out on Saturday reflected filming activities on Wednesday to Friday. I received a phone call this morning indicating they would like to expand the filming activities, and that's why you see the change here from Monday to Friday. Under the circumstances, the invoice has to be adjusted to reflect those 2 additional days of permits.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Next, I have a resolution adopting a new sexual harassment policy for the Village of Suffern based on the state model adopted October 2nd, 2018. So, whereas the Village of Suffern previously adopted a sexual harassment policy in or about 1998, and whereas in recognition of the societal awakening of pervasiveness of sexual harassment in the workplace, schools, and in other aspects of social interaction, New York State developed model rules for employers to adopt in an effort to address and combat sexual harassment. And whereas the mayor directed the village attorney to review whether or not the existing sexual harassment policy adopted by the Village of Suffern adequately addressed the state's model rules to provide a discrimination-free work environment from sexual harassment, as well as a clear method for an employee to file a claim and seek redress. And whereas the review determined that the existing policy failed to adequately define what constitutes sexual harassment, failed to give examples and descriptions of conduct which could be deemed to meet the definition of sexual harassment, what reactions would rise to the level of being retaliatory, and how an employee could adequately file a claim to do so. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Suffern hereby adopts New York State's October 2018 model rules and compliant form as sexual harassment policy and complaint form for the Village of Suffern, and be it further resolved that the village clerk's office will cause to be distributed a copy of the rules with complaint form attached to all employees, elected and appointed officials, and contractors for the Village of Suffern. And be it further resolved that all supervisors obtain the signatures of all employees in their departments that they have received a copy of the same, and that any new employee be provided a copy and sign that they have received a copy, and that such supervisor provided the signed list and any future hires' signatures to the village clerk's office. Be it further resolved that the village clerk's office cause to be posted in a prominent place, the clerk's office a copy of the rules and complaint form. Here are the model sexual harassment policies for all employees. Here's the reporting instrument. So it's something that was really changed in October as stated in the resolution for adoption for the village board to adopt and implement in the village. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
A second?
Second.
Any discussion?
So this totally is like what New York State recommends, what it should be.
This covers us for all of the required policy on sexual harassment. Is that correct, Dan?
Yeah, as stated in the resolution, the mayor asked that I look through our current sexual harassment policies, which go back to 1998, and they really were a bare bones policy that didn't even discuss the type of behavior which would rise to the level of sexual harassment, didn't give examples of what constituted sexual harassment, didn't even deal with what could be deemed to be retaliatory activity on the part of someone who was alleged to have engaged in sexual harassment, how to report it, and a complaint form which would detail the information that would need to be provided by the employee to have it reviewed by the supervisor of the department or the mayor, as the case may be, and the process under which investigation would take place and the resulting penalties. And this does cover it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next, I have a resolution appointing Louis Ciaccio as a member of the Sewer Rent Appeals Board. Resolved that the mayor, Edward Markunas, does hereby appoint Louis Ciaccio as a member of the Sewer Rent Appeals Board effective October 15th through December 2nd, 2019, the remaining term of Dr. Stanley Lesher. I have a motion.
Motion. I'll make a
I
motion.
have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Next resolution, and the last resolution, appointing Bruce McClintock as chairman of the Sewer Rent Appeals Board. Resolved, Mayor Edward Markunas does hereby appoint Bruce McClintock as a chairman of the Sewer Rent Appeals Board effective October 15, 2018 through December 2nd, 2019, the remaining term of Dr. Stanley Lesher. Do I have a motion?
Okay.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion
Yeah,
passes.
just to make it clear, Stanley Leshen was both a member and the chairman,
The chair.
which is why his name appears in both resolutions. The first resolution related to his term as a member. The second resolution was with regard to his term as chairman.
Hold on that point.
Just to Dan's point, Mr. McClintock's membership will be the term of the membership will be a different term than
Yes.
the term of the
Correct.
chairmanship.
Right, okay, that's what I wanted to confirm. Okay, that's it. A motion to adjourn,
Motion.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much.